Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're going to rebuild this mixer flight case because you can probably tell it's getting a bit tatty. I have had this about 10 years now, so it's time to sort it out and get it working again for the gigs ahead. So this is basically it, and as you can see it's been repaired quite a few times, so what we're going to do is basically make another one so it'll house this KAM Pro 1500, which is you see all the wires connecting various different things, so I need to get these fitted in so that they work with the mixer and everything. So yeah, this is the KAM Pro 1500, and so I have some plywood ready, some bits and pieces of plywood offcuts that I've managed to get hold of to make this flight case, but we need to take some measurements first before we do it. Now most of you will know this, but most decks are about 19 inches wide, like that, so they're always 19 inches. Now there are a few different sort of mixers that are different widths and that, but that's another video. And this is approximately 10.5 inches in depth, like that. So what we'll be doing is making it 19 inches wide on the inside, and hopefully this will sit in a lot better. Probably going to make it slightly lower as well and level it off, and it'll have a lid again like this, so it'll be pretty much the same as this, only be a lot lower down, so it won't be as high up. And we'll also be covering it in the acoustic carpet. So we'll crack on with this video. I'm just going to mark out all the wood now that I need, take some measurements off this, and we'll crack on with the video. This is what's called a speed square. It's a very accurate measuring. So you try to set that at 12 inches, make a line like that. So we've got some bits to assemble now, so I'm going to start assembling the sides. You probably noticed I cut these two both together so that it makes an equal slope on it, and the offcuts there that are there, these will form part of the lid that will do that, so they will be the same size as the actual square. So that's the easiest way of doing that. The top and the bottom, this is slightly thicker plywood, so I'm using like 12mm on the top and the bottom because that's where the strength needs to be, and this is 9mm. So like I said, they are kind of like offcuts, so I'm just matching them up. It's probably best to use the same thickness of plywood where you need to, so you don't get unequal corners and everything. So to assemble it, we'll be using these corner mates. What these are nifty little clamps to hold them together. Basically they're just spring loaded like so. You know, look at that, there's a nice strong spring there. So we'll be using these to hold it together. Be using some fairy liquid, well actually it's PVA glue, nice little tip there. If you've got some PVA like that in a big tub like that, you can fill one of these washing up liquid bottles with it, and it makes a nice little dispenser for your PVA glue. And we'll be using panel pins. So these are 40mm panel pins. They're extremely thin, but they work quite well with plywood. So we'll be using them and some glue to glue it together, which will hold it all together. Now if you do have a nail gun, it'd be a lot easier with a nail gun, but I don't have a nail gun, so what we'll do is just assemble it with the corner clamps like I said, and glue it. So let's get started. Okay, so this is the covered DJ flight case. As you can see, I've done the back door as well, and looks really nice and neat as well. So all we need to do now is transfer the stuff across. Now I'm going to be using a lot of the same fittings. It's okay, we've got this done. Now all we need to do is put the mixer and everything in it. So we can unclasp it now. Like I said, I've reused all the bits off the old one, and it looks pretty good with them on black and grey contrast. So all you need to do now is put the mixer in. And there we go, the mixer's in. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? So what we use to fix this in is these are self-tapping bolts. They have like a little, it's like a little drill bit on the end of a screw. So what we use to put one of these in is one of these little bits. So that's magnetic, and we just simply use it on the end of the drill, like so. Controls, and like I say, it's tilted a lot further forward now, so as you're stood there looking at that now, you've got a nice display of everything, and you can get to everything as well. And that gap there gives you the options of bringing your wiring through. So, and with having the door on the back there, you can pretty much get to the underneath of it where all the gubbins are. So what we'll do is we'll just add all the, these are my XLR linkage, and all we do left and right. And this could just sit in there. So you have the IEC connector there, that's what this mixer uses. I do actually prefer this type rather than using the AC adapters, because quite often them adapters don't work. So again, this goes in there. We could tidy all these wires up once they're all in. So we've got like the 4-no plugs there. So these will go on channel 4 and the line in, and we have, that's a ground loop. That one goes on channel 2, I believe. And I have as well another one. So this one will go on channel 3. If you do use these, you can attach them to the sides, and you can use it like a pipe clip, if you know the outdoor pipes, and then they just simply, you can tuck them through so they come through the top like that. So when you turn it back round, basically they're coming through the top there. or they can come through the bottom if you prefer. So there you go, that is how to make a DJ mixer case or flight case for a mixer, specifically a KAM Pro 1500, which is 19 inches wide by 10.5 inches in depth, and as you can see it fits quite nicely in there now, specifically made for this mixer. And most mixers are 19 inches wide, but here's one I made earlier.